Interruption, but I'm Mike Wilbon. The NFL MVP is out, and Tony, it's not Albert Connell. He was robbed.
I'm Tony Kornheiser, and no, you got it wrong. Deuce McAllister was robbed.
That's cold.
Welcome to PTI, the first of a twilight doubleheader. We'll be back on the same channel with a funky fresh show at 7.
Funky fresh.
In the headlines today, the NFL has its MVP, Florida settles on a head coach, and Juan Gonzalez finally puts us all out of our misery. The lead story today is the fact that Kurt Warner has been named MVP for the second time in 3 years. He succeeds last year's winner and his teammate Marshall Faulk, who finished second. A lot of people thought Marshall Faulk would win it again. The rest of the top 5 is Brett Favre, Cordell Stewart, and Brian Urlacher. Well, I got no complaint with Kurt Warner or Marshall Faulk, but Tom Brady didn't make the top 5. Are you kidding me on that?
Who would you put him ahead of in that list?
Well, because I think he should be the MVP, I would put him ahead of everybody. Here's what the guy did. The Patriots are 0-2. They have lost Bledsoe. Every organ in his body has fallen apart. And this kid, a 6th-round draft choice, comes in and leads them to an 11-3 season the rest of the way and a championship in their division. He's a 6th-round pick. It's a story similar to Kurt Warner's coming out of the Arena
You're right.
League.
I got no argument against your boy, Brady.
Right.
None. Zero.
Good.
But
Good.
Without Urlacher, the Bears have no team. I think you recognize that by now. Come
Sure,
on.
because
He's
defense
the
is
best
their
player.
whole deal.
Defense is their whole deal. They
Sure.
have no offense whatsoever.
Although Mike Brown won him 2 games.
Okay, fine. But this guy won him the other 11. And they won 13 games this year. In a year, the coach was picked to be fired. Now, who else we got on that list? You're going to put him ahead of Kurt Warner? You think he's a MVP ahead of Warner? If Warner goes out of the lineup for one game, they can't win. And
well, we could argue. In other words, I think that Marshall Faulk in the playoffs will be more valuable than Kurt Warner because he can run it and he can catch it. He can do all those things. You know what's interesting? You've jumped onto the Rams lately. I mean, you've been slamming the Rams for a long time.
I'm not on to the Rams bandwagon, but Warner's the MVP. Legitimately so. All right, Tony, if misery likes company, Notre Dame ought to be feeling a little better these days because Florida didn't exactly get its first choice either, did it? No Mike Shanahan, no Bob Stoops, and today they named Ron Zook. Ron Zook is head coach. Zook was at Florida, spent the last couple of years with the Saints, but this isn't what you'd call a high-profile hire. Does that matter?
It surprises me that they went for a defensive guy. And by the way, a defensive guy whose Saints this year gave up 160 points in the last 4 games. Because Florida is the offensive university in this country under Spurrier. And to keep the recruits, and in fact to keep Rex Grossman, to keep the guys that are already there, I thought they would go...
Gaffney, one of those guys who's on the fence.
I thought they would go with an offensive guy.
They tried.
Well,
he turned them down.
What I wonder about is if Stoops, fearing that Shanahan would get the job, withdrew, because Stoops is a bigger name than Zook.
But he's also a defensive coach. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, but he won a national title. I mean, Ron Zook is a defensive coach who was there a while ago.
He's been about 8 stops, and I don't know how much he's distinguished himself. He was demoted at the University of Florida before the 1994 season from coordinator to position coach.
It's a surprising pick, because I thought they would go for Ty Willingham.
Well, that would have made you wrong.
Our long national nightmare is over, Wilbon. Juan Gonzalez has decided where he'll play baseball in 2002. It's Texas, not New York. This is Juan's second tour with Texas, where he was twice the American League MVP. I don't know Juan. I'm sure he's a fine fellow, but I would ask the musical question why they needed another hitter in Texas. Haven't we seen this movie already? They had hitters last year.
Was that a musical question?
Well, it could have been. I could have sung it.
I don't know what they're doing. And we have to give John Hart a little benefit of the doubt because he demonstrated he knew what he was doing in Cleveland. Yes. He is now the person running the Texas Rangers. Neither one of us understands this. Maybe they're just planning to win every game 14-11.
Doesn't work.
In the great tradition of the last 20 years in the American League. Tony, what's going to work? Get some pitching.
Well, they did. They went and they got Chan-Ho Park and they got Burba.
So maybe
and they got
it's a
Rocker.
2-year plan.
Well,
Rocker doesn't help you unless you have the lead.
Here's the thing. Their payroll now is about $1 billion a year.
Who's that an issue for? In baseball, for a big market team with a new ballpark with lots of revenue?
$1 billion a year.
Clearly, they don't care. Now, the Juan Gonzalez story is silly, but this Bud Selig story has some sinister overtones. It's been reported widely that Selig, while owner of the Milwaukee Brewers and acting commissioner of baseball, borrowed $3 million from a company controlled by Twins owner Carl Pohlad, whose franchise Selig claims is a primary candidate for contraction. Now, Selig did repay the loan within 90 days, but that does not wash away the conflict of interest. Tony, did you hear where former Commissioner Faye Vincent said, quote, "It's such a treacherous thing, it would raise in my mind all sorts of questions," close quote.
So Faye called it treacherous, and you, Counselor, have said it has sinister overtones.
Well, you know where I'm coming from.
Because you hate Buzz.
Yeah, no, I don't hate him. He's a bumbling idiot on a lot of issues, including this one.
It is an obvious, apparent conflict of interest. It should not have been done. But you know who it's good for? It's good for the
Minnesota Twins.
That's right, the fans of the Minnesota Twins.
You think this precludes?
Oh, absolutely, because it'll look like a plot to get Pollard money. You cannot contract the Twins now. They're safe for at least a year. There's a story today in the Boston Herald that Bill Belichick was perturbed at the Gatorade dousing he received from his players last Sunday after the Patriots won the AFC East. Reportedly, Belichick had told the players not to do that. Michael, I'm not here to carry water, or Gatorade as it were, for Bill Belichick, but the obligatory Gatorade shower has got to go. It was fine when Harry Carson did it to Bill Parcells. That's 15 years ago now. This thing is a plague. Make it go away.
It is. It's like the wave. And who let the dogs out? It's just time to be over. I'll tell you something else. The sad Gatorade shower was the one administered to George Allen when he was about 70 years old.
That's right.
And died not too long after, meaning that Gatorade shower was probably the last one he had.
Good idea when it started because it was spontaneous.
For one team and one guy, it was fun.
It was spontaneous.
Remember how Carson used to sneak around behind the security guys and Parcells would be checking his side view mirror for Carson?
And now it's so tiresome. It's almost as tiresome as, for example, you and I.
You know what's cool, though? Anytime you can anger Belichick, Mr. Serious, Mr. Straight-laced, that's a good thing.
There's something to it, but it's got to go.
Regular viewers know how fond we've become of ending our first segment with a boxing story. Here's one about two serious heavyweights. The night before the Super Bowl in Gulfport, Mississippi, Butterbean will defend his world blubberweight title against the Fridge.
His what? His what?
His blubberweight title.
I'll tell you something about this.
It's big fat guys. It's 700 pounds of beef in there.
Let's establish. We love the Fridge.
Right.
This is a real mistake on the Fridge's part.
Why?
Remember Too Tall Jones? Okay, this guy Butterbean is a boxer. He's a real live boxer.
How can he hurt Fridge?
He's gonna knock him out. The Fridge isn't a boxer.
Look at Butterbean. Butterbean's not a real boxer.
Yes, he is. He's had 70
big,
fights.
Fat guy.
He's had 70 fights.
You think Fridge hadn't had some wars down in the trenches against the Packers?
I don't think Fridge has ever had half his clothes off and boxing gloves on his hands, and I think he's going down, and he's going down high.
Would you do pay-per-view to see this? Pay-per-view in the Fridge.
Well, you got me a dish, so I guess I can.
Let's leave New Orleans for one night, go to Gulfport, Mississippi, and watch this. Let's do that. Should get some footage.
I sincerely doubt it. We've got to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll take you on a tour of the car show. I'll show you some real cars, and Wilbon will show you his girly mobiles when we come back.
Hey.
Moo. Now's a great time to call 1-800-GATEWAY because right now you can save $100 on great
The skaters compete for the 3 slots on the U.S. skating team. It all comes down to this moment, and ABC Family Channel has it live. The 2002 State Farm U.S. Figure Skating Championships, Saturday at 8, 7 Central, live on ABC Family Channel, available on cable and satellite.
We're going to spend the next 5 good minutes talking cars. They forced Wilbon and me out of the studio last week and took us handcuffed and blindfolded to the car show. Here's what happened. I am here to see the Ford Thunderbird and the Cadillac CTS.
What are you
are here to see
America? I'm here to see some imports. Let's go and see some Porsches and some BMWs and some Mercedes-Benzes.
Also, there is a sense that Wilbon has that thousands will follow us.
You want a big Cadillac with a diamond in the back?
I want to...
Is that what you want?
Well, actually,
you want to lean? Is that what you want?
That'd be pretty good. You don't think you get into that? You think
I can't
physically can't get into that?
You got to be under 5'8" to get into that.
Is that right?
Look at it.
Come on, everybody. He's in the car. He's in the car.
You get in the car.
Get in the car. Do you like it?
No.
You don't
Look
like
at my knees. Look at this.
Is that enough legroom for you?
It's getting there. I mean, it's okay.
Would you like to drive from the back seat? How tall are you?
6'2½".
I mean, since when did you get to be Artist Gilmore? You walk into every car and you go, my knees are gonna break. That's all he cares about, his knees. He doesn't want a car, he wants an orthopedic surgeon. This is really nice. we ought to consider, instead of being in that dopey studio, we ought to consider doing the show from right here. What do you think? Brian Billick is a big preening schmo. He's overrated. We could do that. And plus, we could play with the cup holders when we did that.
Well, but we can't get the coffee mugs in here.
All right, we're in front of the new Ford Thunderbird. We're going to play good cop, bad cop. I am going to play good cop because I just sat in this thing.
I'll gladly play the bad cop.
I know you don't have knees that will accommodate this.
No.
I can sit in it. My head at 6 feet tall will not touch the top. I opened up the trunk. There's room enough for one set of golf clubs.
You can sit in it.
Yeah.
You need to have 6 weeks of yoga instruction or be a gymnast to get in that car, Tony.
Not only can I sit in it, but a gymnast can sit in my lap. Now, here's a car.
What are you doing looking at the Saturn?
Here's a car that I think is what a young married man like you would be looking for. Saturn, safe car with flames on it for your next job as a Domino's pizza delivery boy. I think this would be the car for you. You sure?
Let's go to the
flames on it. You don't like flames? It shows the pizza's piping hot. Nobody wants a Mercury. Nobody in America wants a Mercury. Nobody wants an Oldsmobile. Nobody wants a Mercury. Lincolns are great cars, but nobody wants them. I currently have a Cadillac Catera, small Cadillac, and I'd like to move up into this particular luxury model. Oh, look at it. Come on.
There's nothing
look
special
at it.
About it. Tony, there's nothing special.
Oh, wait, that doesn't look like a Batmobile to you? Much to the great chagrin of Michael Wilbon, who criticized me and says that I am a pimp for driving a Cadillac, who ignores his own parental influences when his dad...
I drive to my prom in a yellow Coupe de Ville.
That's right.
So I've got a Cadillac version.
As I came motoring over the hill, I saw Maybelline in a Coupe de Ville. Right?
What was that?
Tell the people what you drive.
A Volvo S80. It's my car. It's a real car. Safest car on the road.
Chick car. You drive a chick car, you're a woman.
You're crazy.
You're a woman.
Volvo S80. Role play. Question number 1.
Who am I?
You are Nate Newton.
Okay.
What do you think of the cargo capacity in this vehicle?
As Nate Newton, I'm proud to say that I own one of these. It accommodates all the marijuana I can possibly put in the back. Hundreds of pounds of dope as I go from east to west, bringing more pot all across the southwest of the United States of America. I'd be proud to be pulled over to the side of the road with 300 pounds of marijuana in the back of my fine Escalade pickup truck. That'd be the way to go.
Okay, let me just say this. What is this?
I know, it's a PT Cruiser. I don't want it.
Oh, yeah, I just can't.
I think it's cool looking, but it's for kids.
It's hideous.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
I stopped and took pictures with people. You never even had any idea.
What? I've said hello to people. One guy came up to me and said, "Are you Peter Vesey?"
That's funny. A quick postscript to that piece. Last week, some guy from New York City drove a Cadillac CTS down to D.C. so Tony could test drive it for 3 days. You're worse than a recruit. You need so many perks. But what did you think of the car?
It's a sweet ride. It was a sweet ride. I want it, and I want it in silver. Now, what about the thing?
Silver, the black gives it that Batmobile-ish quality.
I want it in silver because it looks good. What about that thing you wanted, that SUV you wanted that we don't have on screen?
The BMW.
Do you think you can get a deal for that?
The X5.
Do you think you can maybe get a deal?
Maybe if I suck up enough.
Well, because
I'm not ready for that.
I want the CTS delivered to my house. Now, if they
You've had it delivered to your house, and you've driven it, and you told everybody about it.
And I liked it so much, I want it delivered again to my house, and this time I'll write out a check for it.
I don't ever want to hear you talking about recruits or coaches or players or any of that.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll play doctor. It's time for some serious surgery. We'll let you know the prognosis for Chris Webber and his girlfriend Tyra Banks when we come back. Ooh, look, it's time.
I will not be afraid.
Let's talk about aggression.
Want an internet service you can really use? MSN from Microsoft is the great alternative to AOL. MSN, more useful every day.
Welcome back to the cutting room. I am Dr. Wilbon, and I'll be assisted today by Dr. Kornheiser.
Hiya, kids. Hiya.
Doctor, let's examine the first set of conjoined twins.
Let's do that. First of all, we've got Kurt Warner and Marshall Faulk.
You can't give us the twins upside down, Dr. Kornheiser. Now,
I went to a foreign medical school.
who would you like to get rid of?
In other words, you had it wrong.
I know, but I don't want to tell the viewer that. Who do you want to get rid of? Who can you not live without?
I cannot live without Marshall Faulk. He's the X factor in the playoffs. He has gone 4 years in a row with 2,000 yards of total offense. That's the best ever. Last 2 years, he's had over 20 touchdowns. I got to have Marshall Faulk.
Now, I'm going to tell you why I agree with everything, and I'm still not going to take Marshall Faulk.
Why?
Because Marshall Faulk is everything you said. He's probably the MVP. I think he's the best player in the league.
I think Tom Brady's
the MVP. And you know what?
MVP.
We know the St. Louis Rams can win a game without Marshall Faulk. Here's what we also know. They cannot win without Kurt Warner. Candidate can do enough to keep them in the game. Who's a backup quarterback to this guy?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
Last year it was Trent Green. I have no idea.
And that's why we've got to get rid. Oh, boy, what a hatchet job.
God, that was awful. All right.
Sorry, Marshall.
Who's next?
We're keeping Kurt Warner.
Who's next? Cordell Stewart and Jerome Bettis. What do you want to do, Doctor?
Ooh, this is hard. This is really hard.
Do you need to examine these people a little more closely?
No, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the easy way out.
What's that?
Cordell Stewart has been there every game for these guys. They went 13-3. We never knew he was going to have this sort of renaissance to his career.
Had a great year. Had a great year.
Jerome Bettis has missed the last, 3-4 games?
He has
maybe
missed
5 weeks.
5 games.
They've won without him.
They are 4-1 without him.
I don't think they can go to the Super Bowl without Jerome Bettis. I don't think they can, but they got a shot. I know they're not going to go to the Super Bowl without Cordell Stewart. What's your case?
And that would be your choice.
That's my choice. What do you get? What do you get?
You're wrong. And I know they have gone 4-1 without Jerome Bettis, but you play all year when you're a Northeast team to get home field and weather.
Right.
And in the playoffs, the field gets shorter, just like it does in the NBA, and you need a power runner. You need a power runner in cold and snow when you can't pass the ball like you normally do. I say you keep Jerome Bettis, but it's your call.
I'm keeping the quarterback, you maniac. You can always get a running back. You can always get a running back. The quarterback, Cordell, stays.
Who's next?
The bus goes. Sorry, bus.
Here's who's next. Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker.
Ooh.
Here's my feeling about Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker. I could care less.
Oh, stop it.
Both nice
the Boston
players.
Celtics. It's the first time the Celtics have been worth talking about since Bird and Parrish and McHale, the group you call the greatest front line ever.
Oh, and it wasn't? Excuse me. And it wasn't?
The Celtics
Where did you go to medical
anything
school?
until now. Now they got a chance to win the East. Who would you take? Who do you take?
Wait a second. Let's rewind the tape. They've got a chance to win the East?
Yeah.
Pardon me while I laugh. The best 5 teams in basketball. Dallas, Sacramento, San Antonio,
Are
the
they
Lakers.
East?
No, they're all in the West. Minnesota, they're all in the West.
Did I say win the East?
Who cares? Who cares if you win the East? Who cares if you win the East? You make any judgment you want. I yield to the doctor from Northwestern.
All right, you yield to me, and I'm going to take Antoine
My blood
Walker
pressure is way
for
up.
one reason.
What's
he
the reason?
rebounds also.
Okay.
I think Pierce is probably a better player, but if you got to have one guy,
Off
you got
with
to
the
be able
heads,
to
Marie
rebound.
Antoinette.
He
Off
averaged a
with the
double-double,
heads.
one of only 8 players with a double-double.
You're keeping
I'm keeping Antoine. I'm tossing Paul Pierce.
Here's
Who's
something.
next?
This is right in your wheelhouse. New teammates on the Texas Rangers. You got Carl Everett and you got John Rocker. Which way you going? Who do you now? This is the lesser of 2 evils. Which head do you keep as the lesser of 2 evils?
I'm going to keep Carl Everett only for one reason. This is really his second chance. While Rocker, it's his 3rd chance. He has been booted out already. He's not even an everyday player. They hated him in Atlanta, the teammates. They didn't like him in Cleveland.
How do you know they didn't like him in Cleveland?
Because I know they didn't like him, but
What
they'd have
paper
kept
did you
him.
read?
They'd have kept him.
No, his old GM went and got him back. His old GM went and got him back. He made one mistake. Now, granted,
it's a big one.
It was horrendous.
It's universal.
It was horrendous. But that's the only time he's made a mistake. Everett butts heads. He yells at people.
He does.
His teammates hate him. And you know why you keep Rocker in this particular case? Because Rocker's in the bullpen. He can only influence 4 or 5 dopes out in the bullpen. But Everett, he's on the bench all the time. You got to keep Rocker.
You know, I'm actually going to agree with you. No, I can't keep him. What am I saying? Get him out. You know what? You know what I want to do? You know what I want to do with him? That's what I want to do with him.
You know what? This game stinks.
Get him out of here.
Because you control the board.
And I don't like him either.
You control the board.
I can get rid of him. Now what?
Here's one you like. Tyra Banks and Chris Webber.
I want to hear your case. Who are you going to keep?
Well, Chris Webber.
Who are you going to keep?
Chris Webber can get you 20 and 10 every night. But Tyra can get you through the night. Okay? She's a big sports fan.
She only gets him through the night. She's dating Chris.
She's a big sports fan. Remember her with Little Penny? She's a big sports fan.
And you see what happened when she left Penny.
Okay. I think she's great. I mean, Webber gets hurt all the time. He's done. She's the one. Plus, if you get rid of Webber, Tyra Banks is out there for everybody. That's the right call.
I like that. Well, here's the thing. You know why I'm going to get rid of Tyra Banks? I can't believe I'm saying that. Here's the deal.
Well,
Chris
did you
Webber
say you're going to get rid of Tyra Banks?
I don't mean it that way, but Chris Webber can date Beyonce Knowles, Shakira, Jessica Simpson, Maya.
Jessica Simpson, is she on The Simpsons?
Chris Webber's a smart, charismatic guy with a lot of money and a big profile. Maya, you should know Maya. She lives right here where we do.
They're like the ruins,
She's
the Maya
gorgeous.
ruins.
Well, she's no ruins.
I don't know her.
And you know what?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to keep Chris Webber in real life.
You're an idiot.
But for the purposes of this show,
You're just an idiot.
Chris, you know I love you, but you got to go.
Oh, you just can't make it happen.
Can we get another? We can't have half
ruined
of Tyra Banks' head.
You've ruined the head. That's it. We're done. Okay, doctor.
Tyra.
No more patients waiting to see you. You've done enough damage for the day. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll send out our happies, find out what we screwed up, and we'll do the big finish.
Georgia Tech Duke at 9, Thursday on ESPN.
It's a very special night here at PTI. The Suits in Bristol are making us do 2 original shows tonight. And if we're going to be here at 7 p.m., you better be here to watch us. Same channel, about an hour from now. Don't move, you understand that?
Are you threatening people now?
All right, time to send out the happies on the day. Happy 51st birthday to ML Carr, Michael Leon Carr. When he got traded to Detroit, he threatened to change his name to Kareem Abdul Automobile. He's lots of fun as a player. Detroit and Boston.
In a great locker room, it was McHale and Carr who were all the fun.
Yep,
sadly. was no fun. He was a great player, but he wasn't the fun guy.
Sadly, he killed the franchise when he became the coach and the general manager.
Story.
Happy anniversary, Oakland Raiders. On this day in 1977, you won Super Bowl 11. Kenny Stabler was the quarterback, John Madden was the coach, and John Gruden was probably dreaming then of coaching Notre Dame, don't you think?
Lester Hayes was on that team.
Mr. Stickham.
I mean, that was a criminal element team, right?
It was a great team.
It was a great team.
That was a great
afraid
team.
Of them.
Happy trails, Brad Deluiso. You've been cut by the Oakland Raiders after blowing a couple of kicks last week against the Jets. Missed an extra point, missed a field goal, and the Jets won by 2. They could have used that.
What was the big, fat second-year guy they got?
Janikowski.
Janikowski blows kicks, too. He lost the game, too.
He was hurt, though. Every day we do this show, we make terrible errors, and Stat Boy lets us know what they are. Stat Boy.
Well, guys, you used the word sinister and treacherous, talking about that story about Bud Selig's loan with Carl Pohlad of the Twins. Well, today, the ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee, that's John Conyers Jr., asked for him to step down as commissioner of baseball. So this is maybe bigger, something to look forward to in the future.
I told you it was
something
sinister.
We can talk about. It wasn't sinister. We're running out of show. We got a bunch more stories to talk about. Let's go to the big finish. Elton Brand rang the bell today at the stock exchange. Don't you love bells?
No, and I'm tired of that stock exchange celebrity junk. Get that out of here.
I like that. Here's a bell.
Reports say Bobby Beathard may take the Redskins GM job on the condition that Marty Schottenheimer gets the axe. Is Beathard that valuable anymore?
You know, I take Spurrier over Schottenheimer, but I wouldn't take Beathard over Schottenheimer. It looks like Oklahoma safety Roy Williams will skip his final year and go pro. Who's the best safety you have ever seen?
Doug Plank. The 46 defense was named after him. He killed people.
Shocking.
Bears, guy.
Shocking.
Paul O'Neill will be back with the Yankees as a broadcaster. You think he'll bust a water cooler after a bad broadcast?
I hope so. I hope he busts a water cooler. I hope they put it on TV, and I hope they toss him at that point. Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards are getting married. Who's getting the better deal?
Denise Richards is getting a criminal. I don't know what she's getting out of this.
We're out of time. We'll try and do better the next time. I'm Tony Kornheiser.
And I'm Mike Wilbon. We'll be back. Happy birthday, ML.
Back in an hour.
Oh, back in an hour.
Pardon the Interruption is a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For up-to-the-minute scores and statistics, log on to ESPN.com.